Hey, what's up, everybody? It's DNT, and I have a special guest is Skill from Don't Lack. This is actually surprising. I have him on here, but say hi to the people watching the video.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Don't Like Skill, and we back at it again with another video.
All right, all right. Yeah. So as soon as I get to we're gonna get into this interview. I wanted to ask you. My first question is, to what made you create Don't Lack Skill? I mean, Don't Lack.
Well, I wouldn't say it's 100% my idea. I say it's 80-20. I always used to play alone. I used to solo queue. A solo queue for a year before I even started communicating with others, and I felt like the community could have been a lot better if it was like a branch of communication between all the players. I wasn't on Instagram at the time, and I didn't know what like Discord wasn't really like popping when the game just came out. So I was like, oh well, let me start a clan with me and my homie. You should know him about Don't Like Aim. At the time, he was schizo. Like, yo, Skill, just make a clan and see who will join. And now, 2 years later, this is what we is now, the best clan on Battlefront.
You know,
That makes.
yeah, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that best clan Star Wars Battlefront in a minute. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, what made you want to make a clan specifically for Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Well, it was like I brought the game. I was like, wow, this game is like entertaining. And well, let me start from scratch. When I first got the game downloaded, I played GA, and GA I got wrecked like 3 times straight, and I really was turned off from the game because I felt like the heroes was like OP and like overpowered, and I didn't like the concept of the hero just slaughtering all the infantry units. You know what I mean? So I was like, I love the gun mechanics, but I just don't like the hero portion. This is like a team deathmatch. Then found Blast, and I just loved it ever since then. From that point on, that's when I met Skip, me, and Aim, and then the clan just started forming after that. The leaders is CJ and me, CJ Pro and me, and Bro just came in a little late. Bro's been a member for like 6 months now. I've been knowing Pro since day one, just like Aim, but Pro didn't get a part of the clan until about 5 months ago. So everything just came along over time. Everybody always respected my game because I played against them. Like everybody in my clan, I played against them plenty of times, so they know like I knew how to play, and it was nothing. Once I said, "Oh, I want to make a clan and bring everybody together and form a little community of our own," and that's what happened.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, how did you build your clan's hype or fan base, and on IG, and now you're starting to go over to YouTube.
Well, that was definitely tough. When I first started Instagram, I used my followers. I had 2 Instagram pages. I had my personal and I had like a play one. I used my play one and I transferred it over to my gaming Instagram, which you know as We Don't Lack. As soon as I hopped on Instagram, that's when I really was ready to take Don't Lack to the competitive scene. And when I found out like all the clans that had all the popularity, and I'm not gonna say any names because I'm not trying to throw dirt. A lot of the clans have popularity, and all the clans that have rank, they wasn't interested in challenging low. Um, they say clans that don't play their game modes. So most of the clans was HPV main clans or GA main clans or just clans that want to play whatever they want to play. So they were stuck in those type of game modes, and I instantly reached out and challenged the most popular clan I saw first, and fortunately it was Rancor. So that was really like push us out there. And after that victory, like people couldn't ignore us anymore because it was a 3 clan versus 1 clan in that whole entire let's say series. So after that, I reached out to all the clans that was a part of that and individually challenged them personally so they didn't feel like I cheated them. So after we beat Rancor, they was like, oh, you only beat us because Rancor was leading us. You couldn't beat us by ourselves. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll challenge you by yourself. And I beat every last one of them by themselves. Like, I don't like to be like, oh, well, we the best clan. Everybody else sucks. That's not my energy. Like, I consider myself the best because the mentality helps me push myself to keep us at a elite level. So I guess I know that sounds a little braggish, but that's just my mentality. In order to have you gotta have good mentality to have good energy passed along to others. And we just form a good clan. I don't know if that answers your question.
I'm gonna ask. We're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit until I answer that. Ask you that question about the community. Well, I'm gonna wait. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna wait on that one. I answer that. I question that one later. But okay. So now that we got up to this point, how do you recruit? How do you recruit people? What's your type of way to recruit? Um.
Well, I don't do just join my Discord and you just be in the clan. I'm not into like popularity or anything. I don't think numbers make your clan superior. I like to find the elite talent that's in the community, and the only way you can find that is by being a part of the community that plays at almost every other day or every day. I see an elite player. I know an elite player when I see him because, of course, you know what elite players do. Elite players have maneuver skills, aim, the ability to grab heroes quickly. Even if we playing starfighters, they strafe runs, the 360 swirls. It just elite moves when you see them. So
Right. Right.
when I see them, I know it. Then I shoot my pitch. My pitch usually be, yo, my name is Skill, GG, played against you. I got Elite Clan. If you ever want to play with us, hit me up. You know what I mean? If you ever tired of solo queuing, just like how I was back in the day, and you want to play with some good friends that's actually good, I'm with you. You know what I mean? And they usually like it. But most of my early members came from people I already was playing in the Blast community. Like the Don't Lag structure was built off of the Blast community. Like we was the first clan coming from the Blast community. Now it's more like M80s, PF, so on and so forth, Mandos. But I feel like we definitely was the first ones on the scene.
Okay.
So that did give us a good head start.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you. I talked to a few members, and you know me from being from M80.
Mm-hmm.
I asked them, y'all, do you guys like do like verses on PS4, right? So do you guys ever think y'all gonna expand on your PS4 side more likely than just your Xbox side?
Yes, actually, I hate to spill the beans, but I already recruited a PS4 streamer and a PC streamer, and we're gonna hit squadrons hard. Uh, I feel like we already got some of the best pilots in Battlefront, and we hopefully gonna transfer our skills from Battlefront straight to squadrons, and that's when I'm gonna branch off and recruit PS4 players really hard, and PC players real hard because it's cross compatible. So it should all work out. And I got a plan. I can't say too much because I don't want people to take my plan and run with it. But I always have a plan, sir.
Right, right. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, we established your whole fan base and everything. I want to specifically talk about that the controversy that you and the Star Wars Battlefront community had 2 months ago.
Uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
this is not towards specifically anybody, of course. You know, I'm from M80, but and it's just in general. How do you like? What was the whole issue about that? Why was people coming at you guys? But you know, specifically at you. Actually, they were specifically going at you for some reason.
Yeah. It's a lot, but I'm gonna just keep it as brief and straightforward as possible. We had a situation where we was going down a list of all the clans. At the time, I figured the top three clans was Rancor, Sith Eternal, and Crimson Dawn. So we was finishing off the last top three. Then of course Captain Rex, and he wanted to throw his 2 cents in the mix. Now at the time I wasn't ducking or ignoring any challenges whatsoever. If you call me out, I'm gonna accept your invite and we could play. And that's exactly what happened. He challenged us. He was like, "Yo, not the best. I'm the best." And I'm like, "How can you be the best?" And I don't consider myself the best player. For like I got the best group. He was like, "Well, I got the best group too. It's called the Unknown Knights." So like, okay, cool. I'll play you guys. We played them, and we couldn't finish the series twice due to the fact that his group was putting out too much toxicity. I am guilty for a lot of toxicity too because of the fact that how you say it. I found proof that he was forging. I know it sounds hard to believe, but he was forging scoreboards and putting it out to the public like he already was beating us prior to us ever start playing. Anytime, I mean, before we playing. That makes sense. So I was upset about that because he was ruining our reputation. Because my reputation is we are undefeated competitively. So don't go around the community saying you beat us competitively if we didn't ever played you yet. You know, so when we finally played them in Blast. I'm like, fake. I mean, great. AV8, let's do this. We played them. They had Death Troopers first. All the Blast people in the community know whoever got Death Troopers have a slight advantage. I'll consider heavy advantage, whatever. And while we was playing, that's when Battlefront 2 servers was at a bad point. People was leaving, getting kicked out of games left or right.
Yeah, I
You couldn't
remember that.
control it. You couldn't control it. So some of their players left or got kicked out. Some of my players got kicked out. But I think they had one more extra player that got kicked out than us, but they never stopped the game. So once my player got kicked out, I was thinking, let's stop this game and let's pause. Let's nobody move. Let's have some communication here. But the communication was off because he hated us and we hated him. So of course, once they players left and my players left, they kept shooting. And I didn't want us to lose because like I wanted to stop, but I know if we stopped and we lost, they was just gonna count it as a win. So whatever the case may be, they fought hard to the last very kill, and we won by one kill. But it was amazing. It was one of the best blast games I've ever been a part of ever. And he said we lost because some of his players left. Well, not left, got kicked out of the game. And I'm like, he turned around and told the community he won the game because they was up 50. Now, no, they was up 20 at one point in the Blast game. And we just came together, started doing amazing call outs, and we worked our way back from a 20-point deficit and won the game. He said, well, we only won because some of his players got kicked out. But the same players got kicked out, rejoined, besides one. So I'm like, why you didn't stop the game? I would have respected that, your opinion, your option, if you would have reached out to me and just say, let's stop the game or restarted the game. But he never did that. Even when we was down 20, I never reached out to him like, yo, I want to restart this. I want to stop this. I never did that. I was willing to accept the results of that game. So after that game, he went to the public. MFet was in that game on his team. And of course, MFet and her popularity, he told her whatever, and it just escalated. From there, it escalated and escalated and escalated to a point where the whole community was against us. I didn't really care because I'm not too social media like that, but I guess we got out of it somehow. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that answered it.
So that's
Actually,
how it really started.
yeah, okay. Uh, so after that controversy, you know, everything calmed down.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one thing I remember is that people still think you guys did aren't undefeated, because I remember
Mm-hmm.
that whole rumor was that you guys pulled out a game and didn't finish them. But
Oh yeah.
now that you said the things about the servers, it made more sense now.
Yeah, that wasn't that case though. So even after that result, so that one, we played that Captain Rex and Blast twice. We won that first game, and they beat us the second game, but we didn't play the third game because he wanted game one to count as a victory towards him. So we never came to the same conclusion, and we stopped the series before it was over. So we came back to the table because, of course, I always want to finish. Even if we lose, always want to finish the series. I try to come back to the table against my better judgment and say, all right, forget Blast. Let's go to the next game mode. Let's do GA. And you're like, cool, GA, whatever. We came to GA. I said, we already know GA is like an unbalanced game mode that is as it is. And I just didn't want to play on first order maps because whoever got SIP troopers in, it's OP. Like I just didn't want to see it. And he was like, okay, I'm fine with that, whatever. We were searching for about 2 hours before we got connected to the same game because we all know it's no private servers. We all got to do that. You already know how to connect to private games and whatnot. So it took 2 hours. We finally did, and it was a first order map. So my first intentions was let's back out, but we've been searching for 2 hours. My members was ready to give up. I couldn't hold 20 people for more than 2 hours and not start a game. So I was like, all right, let's start a game. I'm willing to accept the results of whatever happens in this game. And to my knowledge, we got blown the fuck out the first game. I'm saying it loud and clear. We got stumped the first game, and I knew that was gonna happen because it's first order. So I'm like, okay, cool. I tried to reach out to him twice. I called him twice and sent him a message on the way we was communicating. We was communicating in the DM or Instagram. He was like, I didn't get no response whatsoever. And they tried to roll over to the next game, and it was first order again. I did not want to play on the map. I called them again. Nobody responded. It was 4 of them in the Instagram group chat, and neither one of them responded or neither one of them reading the DMs. So I was like, okay, they're not responding. We're not supposed to be playing this era regardless. Let's all leave and let's research for another era. Leave. He messaged me, y'all backed out. That's a forfeit. Y'all quit. Whatever. That's 2 wins. Y'all lost. I'm like, dude, we weren't supposed to be playing on the era anyway. Well, y'all played the first game. Yes, because we were searching for 2 hours. My team was about to leave. He was like, no, I don't want to hear it. Whatever. So that's what happened. Either way it goes, even if I gave him the GA series, we still were supposed to play GA, Blast, and HBV. The series never finished. Like, I only count wins as a whole series finished. Like, Rancor beat us in HBV, but we played them in a series. You know what I mean? We played them in Blast, HBV, and Supremacy. So we won best 2 out of 3 in that series, so we won a series, and that's 1 win. I don't count individual game modes as wins. If so, we would probably be like 14-6 if I count individual games and individual series. I count the whole series as a win. Everybody knows that. When I come to leaders, I explain that clearly. That's when I know a leader has a problem with how those games concluded, from Sip Eternal, Galactic Republic, Milsom, whoever we played. I always make that clear, and I made that clear to Captain Rex. I don't know why you're going around telling the community that they beat us in fair and square, whatever. I hope that answers your question. I need some water.
Yeah. Now, after all that happened, now do you think to yourself that, man, this community is low key kind of toxic? Do you think like the community is so quick to uh, jump to bandwagon and anything that happens that doesn't go their way or something? Like I feel that's like a bad thing about social media or just like communities in general.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like social media is really killing this community in a toxic way. But it's not my place to say because if I start saying what does it, it sounds like I'm calling people out, and it's not anybody's fault because I have participated in some toxicity too. But everything that I said toxic or all the videos I made toxic is always to respond to the toxicity thrown at us first. Like I never reached out and be toxic to anybody for no reason. Everything that happens, I did because somebody thrown toxic or shade at us first. So yeah, I feel like the social media point of Battlefront 2 is really, really ruining the community because people feel like whoever got the most followers have the most power in the community when actually it should be whoever got the best game skills should have the most power. But that's how I see it. That's my opinion. I don't know how you feel about that, but it is what it is, I guess.
So I'm gonna answer you. I'm gonna give a few more questions, and we're almost done with the video. But I wanted to ask you, do you guys feel like you will ever cross over from just Star Wars Battlefront and maybe go into other communities as your group grows?
Yeah, I played Call of Duty. I don't think we'll ever be competitive in Call of Duty. It's just a huge market, and we already late to the to the party. I played Battlefield 5 for the first time yesterday, and I'm really upset that I missed the opportunity to jump in that community heavy. It's a beautiful game. It runs smooth. The load times is kind of long, but I don't know about anything else. People recommended me to do Fortnite and stuff. I'm like, no, no way.
Fortnite in 2020?
Nah,
Maybe
I
this is
can't.
like 3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, that's not my mo. Definitely Squadrons, and with the new gen Xbox coming out, we definitely gonna jump into the newest Halo and be competitive on that. So that's our next move. Even if Squadrons flop, which I'm expecting Squadrons to flop, we're gonna be Halo ready. So yeah, that's about it.
Mm. So now that you guys created a successful group, do you guys really want to build up a fan base to the point where you guys can start making money off of YouTube?
That's not the goal. I feel like everybody in my clan is mature adults. We have some kids, some minors, but most of us are adults with jobs, responsibility, children, so on and so forth. I don't feel like anybody is really trying to invest that much time into it to actually make a profit. Not even me. I have a career myself. I have a wife. I have a family. So I'm trying to manage everything, and I'm doing my best. So I don't think so. If it happens, it happens. It'll be lovely. I try to grow my YouTube as much as I can just for the fun of it, but not as far as trying to make a career out of it yet. I don't have the technology yet, but I'm gonna get there if I get there, I guess. But as long as I keep moving the way I move and people see the genuinely good energy I give off in the community, believe it'll happen naturally. If not, it just don't. I still got a job, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna just say this. Y'all, you guys check out their Instagram, also their YouTube channel. I'll put their YouTube channel and Instagram in the descriptions. Y'all got a Twitter?
Oh no Twitter.
No Twitter.
One of my members have a Twitter, but we don't have a clan Twitter yet. I'm not into Twitter.
Mm. Yeah, go check out their videos. Y'all post like a month, right? Every other couple of months or whatever, or monthly.
Nah, every competitive battle other than the Crimson Dawn battle has been posted. And the only reason I didn't post the Crimson Dawn battle is they was flat out bad sportsmen. They had no sportsmanship whatsoever. And I don't want to put my personal time into making a video and promote a clan that has no sportsmanship. I didn't really want to post that Rancor video, but it was freaking awesome. I couldn't help myself.
Oh, I thought
But this Crimson Dawn, no.
I thought you were cool with everybody. I didn't know you still didn't
Uh,
mess with Crimson Dawn.
well, like I squashed the thing. Like I squashed it just to be like this community is like really not taking this beef really well whatsoever. Like I could have sat there and kept making videos bashing the community for the fact that they just let anybody say anything or let anybody just do anything as far as making content, talking shit. But every time we talk shit, they say we're the toxic ones. So
Yeah.
I had to I had to stop that, and in order to stop that, I had to say, all right, I have no issues with nobody, but until they come out and say we beat them fair and square, that video is never gonna get posted. They spread too many lies and say we cheat to win
Dang.
and stuff like that, and I don't want to promote them.
Dang. Well,
So.
hopefully they will, so y'all can post a video. So if y'all listening to this, so he said
I doubt it.
apologize. Nah,
I doubt it.
nah.
I heard they got new leadership, so hopefully
Maybe
somebody
they.
contact me.
Oh, for real?
I'm Yeah, I'm willing to sit down and have a conversation with anybody. I sat down. Well, I didn't sit down. I had a conversation with Breland from Rancor, the co-leader. Never talked to their real leader before. It seemed like Breland was the reason why I took down all the toxic posters off my page about Rancor. She humbly addressing you like, "Yo, can you please take that down? Yada yada this, yada yada that." I'm like, okay, since you humbly addressing me with that, cool. I took it down, but I ain't gonna say all the beef between us and Rancor is squash because I never got that apology because they bashed us first. They was bashed. They was the reason why we had the first negative, um, how you say it, image in the community because they bashed us out the door. As soon as I saw it on Instagram, they bashing us. So they never apologized for that. We beat them fair and square. They never said good game. So it was all rough. It was a rough transaction.
Yeah. So you know.
Mm.
All right. Everybody, please like and subscribe, sub to the channel, follow them on Instagram. I probably
We
have this.
don't let.
Uh, uh, I'll probably upload this probably Saturday, probably 8 p.m. So that probably be 7 p.m. for you, man. I'll send the video through so you can
Oh,
check it
sure.
out.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna promote it. Hopefully my audio came out clear. I didn't mumble too much.
Right. Right.
Definitely promote it.
Right. Please like and subscribe and peace. See you in the next video.